quickly before we dive into this one, I just want to say a massive apology for the audio. For some reason, it defaulted to the wrong microphone. It's not great, but it's not impossible. And, you know, this race was just so good, I wanted to show it to you guys anyway. Thank you all so much for continued support, and yeah, let's dive into this.
Hello everyone, and welcome back guys to a brand new video. We're Stevie here back with more iRacing. This time round, we're finally taking out one of the new TCR cars here. Week 1 of the all-new Touring Car Sprint Series, 15-minute races, and I've opted this season to jump in the Hyundai. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this car in practice here at Spa-Francorchamps. Once again, we're back with the sequential shifter as well, so fingers crossed this thing goes alright today. Not 100% sure whether these cars are actually now flappy paddle or not. I'm pretty certain the Audi was still sort of sequential, but I'm sort of looking at this thing and sort of wondering whether, you know, they are. I think this one's got paddles on it, so we might go back to paddles ready for next week. Let me know down in the comments below whether you prefer the H pattern, the proper sort of physical shifter, or whether you guys just want to see sequential racing nonetheless. But yeah, 15 minutes though. This one's only going to be about 6 laps here at Spa. And for the 3rd race in a row, we start in last place here. Number 17 car for this one. A very, very tight 1.9k SOF though. Only 200 iRacing between everyone. Fingers crossed we can get a good launch in this car.
Green, let's go.
Oh, and I definitely have not got the launch control sorted.
Left. That's 15 minutes.
But it is lights out and away we go, and obviously it doesn't really matter too much starting at the back. As we head down in towards 1, is everyone going to keep it clean and tidy? Looks like they are for the most part. We've got a nice variety. Hondas, Hyundais and Audis here.
Clear right.
And that's been a good start, at least we're past for one of them as we head down the hill. You can see everyone sneaking through. Let's just wait and see how well we all make it through. Oh, 2 of them have gone. I've gone way wide over the top of Raddy on there, and that's going to mean a 1.4 second slowdown. I'm going to avoid that guy. I'm going to run over a bumper, and apparently that's not really taking the slowdown out either. So that's been an interesting start for this race, I think. We'll try and get rid of the rest of this slowdown. No idea why it seems to think they're gaining so much time. But let's just wait and see if... Oh, come on. iRacing thinks these cars are a lot slower than or a lot faster than they really are. Oh, come on! There we go. Right, now we can actually start racing again then. Yeah, but an eventful start to this race, and now we're 3 seconds back from the rear of the pack, but it's not over early on here, as we found out many times already. Just a couple of weeks worth of racing. Seems to be even more carnage kicking off up the road. Yeah, had a good fun race though in the Skippies a couple of days ago. Of course, if you missed out on that one, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. But yeah, still a big gaggle of cars not too far away. Someone else is gone. That's going to be us up another spot. But again, yeah, I think this one the key is going to be SR, as it has been so far this season. We're almost back up over 3.0. So I might be able to get fast promo back up to B quite soon. With a bit of luck. So we head through Stavolo on lap 1. Yeah, interesting as well, to be honest. It's been a while since I sort of drove TCR cars there, so that's going to be a second incident point. Yeah, you sort of forget just how many corners you can take pretty much flat out in this thing. Like Blanchemont, for example, I did a big lift first time through there, and yeah, this thing just really does not need it whatsoever, you can see. We head in. I'm in the top gear there. More yellow flags sound. A little bit wide on cold tyres, heavy fuel. As all we got another spinner. Oh, there's even more carnage.
There's an incident in the chicane. Looks like it's Richard.
No idea what's going on, but we'll try and pick up the pieces. Where are we going to be by the end of lap 1? Like P14, I want to say? It is P13.
P13.
See, we really haven't done badly there then. Pretty much back to neutral iRacing already. Oh, I need first gear. What's that Audi doing?
Clear left.
You know,
In front of us is
made a
now
hash of
Richard.
T1. Unfortunately, we just have to try and avoid him on the exit. Is he jumping out of the way?
Car left.
Yes, he is.
Clear left.
So P12 then. Already, as you can see, we're not far away from the top 10 still. So that's the line after a Rouge. And Radion really take a nice run off the crest, and you can carry a lot of momentum up the back straight. Not quite sure whether shift points are in this thing still. That's going to come with a little bit more practice, a little bit more racing, and of course just some experimentation as well at the end of the day. But yeah, down in towards the chicane. A couple of corrections on the steering. I've always loved racing the TCR cars on any game. They tend to suit my driving style to sort of get the braking done thing, get the car turned in. So fingers crossed, yeah, we might have a bit of fun in these things as the game goes on. I never really know why I didn't gel particularly with the Audi. I think it was just because it was a one make series. It wasn't as fun. But yeah, of course, all the TCR cars now have their strengths and weaknesses. I sort of thought the Hyundai was kind of like the odd one out to me. You know, Honda and Audi obviously very, very well established manufacturers in the world of racing. Hyundai, don't get me wrong, they're certainly not bad at the moment. Oh, that is a big hit of curb there.
I'm warned about track limits.
Be more careful with those. Yeah, I just thought I've driven the Honda a fair bit before. I've driven the Audi a fair bit before on other games and sims. Never really sort of messed around with a Hyundai. But yeah, I always sort of enjoyed the TCRs on Race Room. You know, back when I used to run in the Esports Championship there, what was that, back in like 2018 I want to say? That was really good fun. Back then, the races were carnage, but still, yeah, really, really good fun at the end of the day, as we are slowly closing back in on Steven.
You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're already 1/3 distance here, and we're not even at the end of that 2 just yet. I think I'm going to leave it in 5th through there, and you can see, yeah, now the tyres are up to temperature. Watch on easy flat now, as there's still a big gaggle of cars not too far away.
Gone off in the chicane.
Someone else with issues. Trying to tap the curb in. You know, you can really sort of drag the car around on the curbs. So where are we now then? Is it P12? Yeah, it looks like it's P12.
P12.
Yeah, I think this car is really, really important. You get it down the gear there, as that was mighty close to the inside wall. So yeah, we need P10 then if we want to gain any iRacing here. We're not too far away from that. 37.3 isn't a bad lap either, considering we had a couple of mistakes there. We're just going to get tipped in. Take a lot of curb on the top of the crest. An even better run than we did last time. 15 kph as we head up the straightaway. Yeah, there is still a good battle going on, so fingers crossed there's going to be time to be had for the three of us that's sort of just trying to close in. Oh, that was way too brave on the way in. That's going to cost me a run on the exit. That's good. Half a second gone there. We'll get a little bit of it back down the hill, but so we're trying to take the time out of Steven though, first of all. As the battle at the road here gets really, really feisty, and we all sort of Constantine her up rather quickly. Oh, do not want to do that either. Bounce off the rev limiter. I think that's the thing, obviously, with these slower cars, it's little mistakes like that that are still fairly easy to make, but so damaging when the time is so difficult to find. There's look at that gaggle of cars up the road. Actually got a lapped car involved in it as well. Too sure what he's doing. So we head through the Finalist chicane once more. Yeah, great thing is obviously with these cars you can really attack the curbs, you know, they're designed to sort of be thrashed around a bit. Which again I'm always quite a fan of. The car tipped in. That was a really nice run on the exit. That's going to carry us all the way up the back straight.
You're looking good for fuel.
That's really strong. We're looking good for fuel, and it's a fixed setup. So despite the errors, we still have a good sort of 3/10 at Steven so far. We'll try 6th again now. Tyres are at temperature. Oh, big, big wreck! Up the road there, another 2 into the wall there. How on earth are people wrecking so much in this? And that's going to be us up inside the top 10 then. Unless that was a lap car. No, I don't think it was. So absolute carnage then in this one.
The chicane. It looks like bare ends.
And we're now up at a 10th place, like we said.
10th position. That was a 236.5.
We are definitely going to be able to attack this guy. Don't think we're quite going to be in the slipstream unless we get a really good run down the hill. Yeah, the Honda, though, from what I've heard, is a very, very quick car, but very, very sensitive to the curves. So I thought we won't try to use that around a track like Spa. Super smooth on the steering. I think we might just get a faint draft. So we head up the Kemmel Straight once more. Lap 4 of 6 in this race. And yeah, we are definitely in the tow now. Look at that. 5 laps of fuel left in the car, the game reckons. Just going to brake a little bit early. I mean, these things aren't really going to get affected by dirty air all too much. But just got to be a bit careful. So leaning on those curves as best as possible. So Spa's so much better now with the updated track limits. You know, it feels fair now at least here on iRacing, as this guy's hitting some interesting lines. Sort of get what he's trying to do with them, but just doesn't feel like he's executing them properly. Tip it in. A little bit wide on the entry. It's gonna. Oh no, we've able to get the front end back round at least. So we get a good run down off the hill nonetheless. It's just so important. You get the car rotated in. You know, you've got to sometimes sort of tip the back end in first, and then bring the front end round with it. Let's see if we can get a good run out of Stavelova.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
Banging off the rev limiter slightly to make sure we scrubbed off a tiny bit of speed. Keep the turbo spool as we head up the back straight once more. I don't know why I keep calling it the back straight. Of course, not really a straightaway. Just like gonna let have the inside.
Right.
Looks like he is. He's just going back straight out of it. We'll take a bit of curb. We'll give him the room if he wanted it, but yeah, clearly didn't want anything to do with that one. We're up to 9th then, so it's been a pretty decent little recovery. Seeing all the chaos on lap 1. And we've still got one more guy just in front of us and a couple of cars still fighting if they do come together.
E9, that lap was a 236.7.
Consistently now down in the 36s though, which is exactly where I wanted to be. And now, yeah, we got this lap car battling it out. 2 Audis, so fingers crossed he can sort of just throw them up a little bit.
Push, we can catch this car.
Yeah, I must admit, no regrets jumping into this. This has been a really, really good fun car to drive. And even, yeah, really loving this home, mate. Just look at that. Just one of the Audis filling the other one's mirrors again. Someone lagging massively up the road. All I'm just hoping is this is really throwing off his Massimo. Might be able to get close onto the last lap. So difficult. You feel like you've got to brake too much into there just to get the car rotated onto the apex. That was nice. That was really nice. Come on, we can do this. 1.7 now the gap. Just smooth on the steering, glide the car into the corners. 2 tenths up. And yeah, like I said, you into the long flowing corners here at Spa, you're really trying to chuck the back end in first. And obviously the front end kind of just grips up with it. Well, I hope this lap car gets out of the way though, or gives me a nice tow. That was good. That's what we like to see. Oh, we are gaining. We are really gaining and getting in the groove. Might need a bit of a lift through Blanchemont. Try and take a lot of inside curve there, get the rotation in.
2 minutes to go.
Is this guy going to get out of the way?
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Oh,
Left side.
he kind of just sort of half-hearted it.
Left.
Right, are we going to get close enough for a slipstream then? Not happy with that guy again. I sort of just stuck the nose to the inside thinking they'll have to jump out of it, and then he kind of just thought about it and then thought, no. Whoa, that was deep. Surprised that's another 1x, to be honest. That's going to cost us all the way down the hill. Might be able to get close enough for one faint draft. Oh, as he makes a hash of Eau Rouge. That's going to cost him massively. He had to lift out of it. And that has been the open invitation that we needed now, because we are going to be all over the back of him as we get to the end of the Camel Straight. And now we're getting the slipstream as well. This is super important late on in this race. Come on, we can do this. It's really nice and easy as we head through all the long flowing corners. Really makes you appreciate just how big a venue Spa is when you have to race it in a lower powered car like this, and by no means is this car slow. But we are here getting all over the back now. This Audi had a couple of brilliant late race battles so far this season. Are we about to see another? Or could we see more carnage up the road, because a lot of the guys here are really still tightly knit. Oh, again he misses the apex through Pouon. We get a nice run. He doesn't do too badly on the exit, but I think this battle extends right the way up to the leaders. We have really done well. A good run through exit Stabilo though. Maximising the track width. You can see he's struggling, he's feeling the pressure. Come on, big run. And just let it blip off the rev limiter slightly. And we've really nailed that. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Last lap. Last couple of corners. Use up all the slipstream we possibly can. Just a small lift through Blanchimont as we're still right all over the back of him. Is he going to go defensive? We're going to have a look to the inside.
On your left.
Oh, look at that for a send. Get it slowed down as well. Oh, he's going to try and bump me. We get a 1x on the exit.
Place. There's the finish. Good drive.
What was the penalty? What was the penalty? Oh, I don't know. He just punted me out wide in the final corner. I wanted to give up the position because I'm not letting him have a bump and run. What was the penalty in the end there? That's so frustrating out the final corner, and it won't even let me escape back to pit lane. What was the penalty? Come on. Did we hold on to our 8th? Surely we got our 8th place. But it reckons we came through an 8th. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Top 6 separated by... Top 7, sorry, separated by less than 3 seconds in the end there. That doesn't prove how good the racing is in these cars. Nothing ever will. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed. 20th to 8th in the end. And yeah, we will be back definitely next week with more of the TCR Sprint.